that he says he's currently on prescription, but then didn't provide documentation to community corrections. When community corrections then checked through their system, he's not currently prescribed a medication that would test positive for amphetamines.
You're talking about the intake?
So if he's indicating that he gave that prescription to his mom, or that prescription doesn't indeed exist, then he had it to community corrections, and he should have been able to provide it to the court. They can figure something out. Court does call the case People versus Andrew Party. Chief Basis.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township in both cases.
Good morning, I'm Charlotte Steffen on behalf of Andrew Party. Andrew, you say your name?
Andrew Party?
And Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate on behalf of Andrew Party, still in the case, entry in, 1090.
You are?
All right.
I apologize, Your Honor. I believe Ms. Steffen has been appointed to both cases. Is that correct?
That was my understanding, Your Honor, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Do you have that?
I'm double checking.
Because I don't.
So I have her on case in 0621.
Correct.
And then P,
Yeah. So he has two attorneys. All right. So what are we doing on these cases? Because I think the first thing we need to deal with is bond violation. Stephanie, did you get a copy of that?
I did, and I have had an opportunity to discuss that with Mr. Party.
All right, why don't we deal with that?
Sure, Your Honor. So he admits that he has tested positive for amphetamine. He indicates that it's left over from a prescription.
It would be a month and a half long period.
Yeah, that's a lot of amphetamines that he would get possession of. If what he's indicating to you, counsel, is true, Mr. Allen.
I have about 10 more left of my script.
There's also a cocaine positive test.
Yeah, I mean, that was in August 26th. Does he have an explanation for that?
No, Your Honor, he's denying use of cocaine.
He's denying the use of cocaine.
Yes, Your Honor.
So he wants a hearing on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
He admits to the use of amphetamine without a valid prescription.
I had a scripture. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't have one. I don't have it with me here.
Is the amphetamine a prescribed medication that he's currently under prescription for?
So, Judge, I think that the issue is that Mr. Party is saying that he was prescribed the medication. I don't know how old the prescription was. These were some pills that he was still in possession of from a prescription.
A couple months ago.
But is he currently under prescribed medication?
I've been taking Adderall since I was 7 years old for 30 years. And this whole incident got me, my doctor cut me off cold turkey. It's just because of this whole thing, but I still had some
The
left.
doctor cut you off, so you should have been taking it.
Not because of that. He doesn't want to be my doctor anymore. I'm not gonna, I got the paperwork. I'll send it to you. I got this guy right now.
Bond isn't a courtesy, it's conditional freedom. Here, he admits to using amphetamines, claims they were from an old prescription, and completely denies cocaine use. But this is where everything shifts. The court checks the records and finds no active prescription. no supporting documentation in bond hearings. Stories don't decide outcomes, paper trails do. And when an explanation moves faster than the evidence behind it, credibility begins to crack. So the real question becomes, is this simple confusion, or is the bond agreement already broken?
Okay, just so that I'm clear, I thought we were talking about an old prescription.
It is.
So when did your doctor cut you off?
Couple months ago. It's more like he just stopped being my doctor. You got into a thing, and it's just, now I have to get a new doctor, CMH, and they're telling me I'm like weeks out. It's not easy trying to get back into
That's
I had to
right.
go through counseling.
That's right. When's the last time you filled that prescription?
It's a couple months ago. And I had my mom hold on to my pills while I was homeless for the time being. Now that I'm back to work and everything else, I'd gotten back on them. I wasn't going to wait until I started school again. It's not easy carrying those around. People keep stealing them. So yeah, I'd have my mom hold on to them. I feel like that's not a problem to keep at the house. I don't got home.
What are we doing with the cases? I'll address this, Bob.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment. We received some additional discovery yesterday, so we need some more time to review.
That's great.
I was going to be requesting an adjournment as well, Your Honor.
When is matter to my next date of October 15, 2025 at 9 on both cases with yes, the case ending, the 7th on which case? All right. And in that case, I'll set a bond hearing, or I'll set a bond violation hearing regarding the use of cocaine for that same date of October 15, 2025. I'll set that at 9 a.m. So I'm not sure I quite understand, but I've got this cocaine in between the use of the amphetamines. Also, he didn't receive, he's indicating kind of the same thing, that he's on some prescription. This might have been avoided if it's indeed true. That he says he's currently on prescription, but then didn't provide documentation to community corrections. When community corrections then checked through their system, he's not currently prescribed a medication that would test positive for amphetamines.
You're talking about the intake?
So if he's indicating that he gave that prescription to his mom, or that prescription does indeed exist, then he got it to community corrections, and he should have been able to provide it to the court. What I'm going to do at this time is defendant's bond is defendant's remanded. Counsel, if you can get that information to the court, then I'll reconsider that. Thank
See
you.
what I can do, Your Honor. Thank you.
Get security down here, please. They've got folks in the back, so I'm not so much worried about that.
This wasn't dramatic, it was procedural. A positive test, no documentation, and conflicting explanations. On bond, compliance isn't optional, it's required. The judge didn't punish, she enforced the conditions of release. When credibility weakens, freedom follows. So ask yourself, Did he lose bond over paperwork or over trust that ran out? If you found this case as interesting as we did, make sure to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more real courtroom breakdowns.